there and welcome back to Insanely Creating. It is good having you back. Good to see you guys. As you can see, I've managed to get my mitts on a Frankie doll, a G3 Frankie. And I have to let you guys know, this doll is stunning. Their redesign has just been a huge success for me. I love everything about them. I think they're beautiful. But nonetheless, we're still going to take them apart and take all of their hair off and their makeup and everything and completely redesign them. But we are still going to keep them as Frankie. So they are still going to have the black and white hair. They are still going to have black, white, grey and green, possibly with a little bit of blue in their aesthetics. And we're also going to keep their Polaroid camera. The new G3 came with a Polaroid and I really like that idea. So I was thinking maybe they're like a little bit punk in the way that they dress. However, they do like to go out with their Polaroid camera and take street fashion pictures of fashionistas out and about on the streets of London or Tokyo or somewhere, I don't know. It's the normal process when it comes to getting these dolls ready for redesign. We are completely removing all of that gorgeous hair. The amount of plugs that this particular doll has is huge. There's so much hair on their head. You'll see it in a minute. There's so many plugs. Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate how absolutely stunning Frankie is with a shaved head? Wow. Standard practice for when we want to get their head off of a doll, they have to go into the bag and into the hot water. This makes the head nice and squishy so that we can pop it off the body. Now normally you just give the doll a good yank and the head will come off, but because this was a G3 I was being extremely careful with it. Plus I encountered a bit of an issue. I was doing very, very careful tugs when I suddenly realised that a piece of the plastic from the inside of the neck hole was actually hooked onto the neck peg. Yep, there it is, hooked on there real good. I ended up having to go and get my XL blade that I got from my Not Another Crap kit from Nerdy Crafter. This helped me just slice through that little bit of extra plastic and freed my neck peg. So I got some acetone and I just completely wiped all of the factory paint off of this doll and wow, the head sculpt, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So it's time to crack out the watercolour pencils. I started off by using a brown just to sort of sketch out a general idea of what I wanted to do for the eye shape. I'm using my Arteza watercolour pencils. These work absolutely amazingly. However, the white that I'm using is a Faber-Castell pencil because I just found the opacity to be a lot better with this particular one than my Arteza one. But all of the colours were great, it was just the white. The white just needed extra because for it to really fill in the sclera of the eye, I really needed that white to pop. And the Faber-Castell just took less layers to be able to get the opacity. I decided to keep Frankie's heterochromia and we've gone for one green eye and one black eye. Now they are still very much stylised, however, I still kept the eyes smaller than the original eye sculpt and I gave them a waterline and I also left their eyebrows to be a little bit untamed still. So they have some stray eyebrow hairs here and there. I kind of like that look. In total, I used probably about 4 or 5 layers of Mr. Super Clear for this. I just used it every time I had done something that I really enjoyed and I thought I don't want to ruin it. I would do a layer of Mr. Super Clear, or if I was getting the opacity on the eyes and I couldn't get any more on there, I just thought, right, new layer of Mr. Super Clear and then we can get a bit more on there. Now I've just got one more layer of detailing to do on this face up just to get those eyes looking pretty perfect and detailed in the irises. We'll have a little look at that later. For now, let's just move on and I will show you how I made their wig. Right, so we've got the 100% acrylic yarn tied onto the coat hanger. I'm brushing it out with a pet brush and then I will attack it with my hair straightener. I will pull a little bit while I'm straightening it. It actually just makes the fibres go a little bit longer while they're getting nice and straight. Now I actually use Hextian's way of making hair wefts by using the silicone mat, silicone finger protector and hot glue. It's in my shorts, go and check it out. Now, even though I don't think we're going to end up seeing it, I do want to zhuzh up the prosthetic leg that Frankie has. So I'm using this metallic nail polish that I have. Don't worry, I'm not actually this posh to own proper Chanel nail polish. This was a gift from my mother-in-law. So I'm just polishing up their leg, make it extra shiny. This nail polish is amazing. I probably will end up buying proper paint one day, but while I have the nail polish I will keep using it until it goes off. I'm also using it to paint Frankie's nails, so I'm just using a dotting tool to do this, just so that I can try and keep it in a little round nail shape. It came out really good. I like it. To repaint their boots, I went ahead and used my Faux acrylic matte paint in black and then went in there and added some details with my silver nail polish again. Like I said earlier, we're still sticking with the white and black hair, so I made a wig cap and now I am just gluing on the wefts. I'm doing them in a bit of a strange way because I've decided that I'm going to plait the hair, so we're going to have two plaits on either side, so that's why I'm sort of making a centre parting all the way around to the back of their head while I'm doing what I'm doing it a little bit haphazardly, so please excuse how awful that line looks at the moment. It was suddenly, like, as the glue was drying, I was like, oh, let's do this, and yeah, it made it go a bit wonky, so excuse that, don't look at it too close. So now we are just plaiting it Wednesday Addams style. It is gorgeous like this. However, I've decided I'm going to actually pin them up so that from the front it kind of looks like they have a bit of a bob going on. I just think it would be quite, I don't know, different. We'll see what it looks like, but I think I'm going to go with it. I kept with the Wednesday Addams vibe and wanted to give them a little stripy shirt, but I didn't have any fabric that was stripy, so I just cut up a white t-shirt and painted some black lines onto it, and apart from the line splitting here and there, it worked pretty well. Using the doll to trace around, I just whipped up a quick trouser pattern. I want these trousers to be like big and baggy, like from the year 2000s, where we had, well, not all, I did. Not all of us did, I did. We had the big baggy trousers, the jeans, they always got soaked at the bottom. So that's what I want for these. But these are going to be patchworky because we still want to keep Frankie's put together by different parts little vibe that they have going on. I also made sure the pockets were working. I really want to be able to put Frankie's little hands into the pockets. And they turned out really cute. I think they look really nice. I just gave some extra detail and gave them some cuffs. Now the camera they came with is great, however I wanted it to look like my camera. I actually have one of those little Instax mini Polaroid cameras, and I wanted to see if I could add some epoxy sculpt onto this one and see if I could get it looking the same. So I cut off the strap that it came with, gave it a good paint, and I've actually made it the exact same colour as my one as well, which is convenient because it totally goes with Frankie's colourway. So yep, just colouring it all in, and I even added some UV resin onto the lid. One, because I just really wanted to have a go at using my UV resin. I've never used it before, and two, I saw someone else use this on a Barbie camera and they put it on the lens and it just made it look really realistic. So I thought I'd give it a go. I then drilled into the sides and added a little elastic strap in black. This is what it looked like when I pinned the plaits up, and I absolutely loved it, so I am 100% keeping it like this. I ended up adding a second pin on each of the ends of the plaits, pinning them up so that it kind of looked like hair bubbles, if that makes sense. But oh my gosh, I am in love. Now my camera battery decided to die and I was too impatient to wait for it to charge. I went ahead and made a sleeveless coat jacket type thing. It's a grey fur that I cut short and lined it with the lime green. I think they really suit it and I think they look great. This doll is done. On to the glamour shots. So much for being here and actually watching this video. You have no idea how much I actually appreciate it. It's really fun getting to do artwork and making dolls, and it's just absolutely amazing being able to share it over the internet. I am still learning how to do this, so thank you so much for your patience of watching my terrible filming and editing attempts. But if you did like it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you ended up loving it, consider a subscribe and dinging the bell so that you get notified of any future projects I end up doing. I've got quite a few lined up. But that's it for this video. Thanks for being here, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.